Goodbye, sweet friend. I hate that this feels strange. This definitely feels strange. Feels like I'm forgetting something. Come on, Becca, get it together. Here we go. Okay, just kidding. Was just about to leave and realized I don't know where I'm going.
The first rule to leaving your phone at home is writing everything down. Directions, times you have to be places, phone numbers. Oh, it's crazy how much we've offloaded our brains into our phones. And the only other rule is to go.
I am about 30 seconds from home and I just went to reach for my phone. This is gonna be eye-opening, I feel. I'm Becca, I take tech outside, but this week my most used piece of tech stayed inside. And part of that's because, I don't know about you, but lately my screen time has been high and my mental state has been pretty damn low.
But there's a slightly less noble mission here as well. This is a Hasselblad X2D2. It's a $7,500 piece of medium format perfection that I've had since August and I've barely touched. You see, this camera, it takes patience, it takes time, it takes a lot of intention.
And sadly, my attention has not been on it for a very long time. So this week, we're changing that.
There were two goals for my phone detox. One, disconnect to reconnect, meaning less mindless scrolling and more engaging with the real world. And two, slow down when in said real world and actually focus on using the camera. Focus on looking around. So to do that, I decided that every day I would go do something in the afternoon with nothing but these things. The Hasselblad for taking photos, obviously, a pen and a notebook that contained directions, phone numbers, my schedule, etc., my Osmo Pocket 3 or my Lumix S1 Mark II for making this video, wallet, keys, of course, a book, a cassette player, plus some tapes.
My God, it's so wild that all of those things I was carrying fit into a single phone. But I did that for 5 days straight, and immediately I started to notice some things. Dang, I'm tall.
First, how often I instinctively would reach for my phone.
Okay, 3 minutes from home, posted a video today, and I just had the thought, oh, I wonder if there's any new comments. Don't need to check those. I got this song stuck in my head, and I was like, oh, I'll just put it on. No, you won't. Then, to my surprise, and to those that know me, how on time I started to be.
Oh my gosh, 6 o'clock on the dot.
Was I on time?
What the heck?
Let's go!
I didn't expect it.
I noticed more things in my surroundings. Those movie set subway cars. And even how quiet the actual subway can be.
I was making progress on a book. I was doing the same workout at the gym, but in much less time. And of course, I was taking way more photos. But most importantly, I was feeling true solitude for the first time in, I can't remember how long.
This thing keeps happening where I'm getting towards the end of my day. I'm ready to go home where my phone lies and the rest of the world lies, and I don't want to go.
In researching for this video, I came across this study by PANS Nexus. It's an open access scientific journal. In the study, folks were asked to download an app for 2 weeks that blocked mobile data, but still allowed them to send texts and make calls.
And in those 2 weeks, the effects that doing this had on their brain functions, well, check out these graphs.
The blue line represents the group of folks who had their data turned off for weeks 1 and week 2, while the red line represents folks who didn't have their data turned off until week 2. But regardless of when their data was turned off, when they weren't using it, their measured attention, mental health, and well-being all improved.
Now, the study was very small, and a lot of folks did not commit.
Of the 467 folks who said they would do it, only 266 actually set up the app. And then only 119 folks actually participated in at least 10 of the 14 detox days, which maybe further proves some of the points of this study.
I could say from my own experience that a lot of this checks out, especially when it comes to well-being, but I don't think that you need to go full hermit in order to start seeing some of the benefits. More on that after the break.
Arrows, boxes, circles, if you have seen any of my work, then you have 100% seen these elements in my edits. But I have a confession to make. I don't know how to animate, and I have no intention of learning, which is where the sponsor of this video comes in. This is Storyblocks. It's a media subscription service that has loads of 100% human-made photos, videos, templates, music, and most importantly for me, animated elements and sound effects that up my edit without taking away my time. You see, when you combine an animation with a sound effect, it brings the animation to life. For example, I could just slap a circle around myself, but when I add a sound effect to that circle, And all of it is from Storyblocks, where a subscription gets you unlimited downloads that are 100% royalty-free, pre-licensed, and ready to use. There's a link down in my bio and right here if you're ready to up your edits. Thank you Storyblocks for sponsoring this video, but more importantly, saving me a ton of time and allowing me to continue to be a lazy editor. Now back to the show.
If you're a fan of the channel, then you've seen me try many ways to cut back on my social media. Here are 3 of them. First, you could get an entirely different phone. This is the Light Phone 3. The most popular minimal phone. It's expensive, but it runs its own OS on top of Android that blocks out all social media. What you can do instead is just call, text, take photos, get directions, download music or podcasts, have an alarm, a calendar, but that's about it. I lived with this bad boy for 2 weeks and I made a video all about it that you can watch, I think, up here, and it was awesome once I got used to it. I felt the freedom of not being pulled into apps, but I found that there were times when I really desperately needed email, mostly, and it wasn't there. So for work, I ended up having to bring along a smartphone a lot of the time and hotspotting off the Light Phone, and well, that just ruined the whole point. So a cheaper alternative would be a flip phone, which I also lived with for a little bit. You can get these for under $100 at Target, Walmart, Best Buy, and I hope I don't have to tell you how they work. But if I do, I made a video about living with one of those as well. And of course, there are many other options like this device, which has an e-ink display that is totally not optimized for viewing content, or the soon-to-be released communicator that will have a launcher or home screen aimed at communication rather than scrolling. Okay, but say you don't want to buy a whole nother device. Well, there are plenty of apps that you can download that will help you manage the time you spend on social media. Freedom is one of those, and it was actually used by the researchers in the study I mentioned. It allows you to pick apps or websites you wish to block and even set times for when they're blocked. There are also minimal launchers that you can use to change the appearance of your home screen so that icons are hidden and therefore less visually alluring. I like O-Launcher for Android and Smile for iOS. I'll link all of that down in the description. These never work incredibly well for me because I don't have like the self-control to not just bypass them, but it's, you know, a worthy step in the right direction. And if that's not enough, there's physical devices that will lock you out of your phone. This is Brick. If you've searched for it once, you will get served ads for it everywhere you look. When you physically tap your phone to it, it locks you out of apps that you've selected. A way you might use this is maybe you put one by your front door and you tap your phone on the way out so that when you're out and about, you can't use social media, or maybe you do the same thing on your bedroom door. I haven't used this, but in theory it's pretty cool. And I also think it'd be pretty cool to make one of these yourself if you got like an NFC tag. That'd be dope. I just had to check that I didn't have my phone. Strange feeling. So I've tried all those things outside of Brick, and nothing has stuck quite like this. Straight up leaving my phone at home. In the study I mentioned earlier, researchers found that participants spent more time socializing, exercising, being in nature, and trying new hobbies, which all contributed to a better well-being. Now, what I did was no science experiment, but it's easy to see how all of that could be true. Since ending my week with no phone, I've actually continued to leave my phone at home. Not for big things, I haven't done any big outings, but little stuff, like the grocery store. And then when I'm out doing those little things, I've noticed that I'm reaching for my phone less. And then when I do have my phone and I go to reach for it, I'm conscious that I'm reaching for it, and I stop and I think, do I actually need my phone right now? And then lastly, I've been actually using that camera that I hadn't touched in months and that cassette player that I hadn't even unboxed. On my first day out, I bought 5 completely random tapes. And to stumble into albums, oh my God. Country music, those tear-jerking songs? Yeah, I want that. I mean, some were not it. These songs are ridiculous. But some hit. Dude, I picked so right with this cassette tape. Good freaking music that I have never heard, I would have never heard. Whew. And regardless of whether they're good or not, every track was a sweet surprise. And to have that surprise while wandering the streets of Brooklyn with a beast of a camera in my hands, I want everybody to have this experience, but especially you. Though the camera and the cassette player both had some big pros and some big cons, so let me know down in the comments if you want a proper review of either. I just went to reach for my phone. I don't have one of those. I'm Becca. I hope this video inspires you to get outside, put down your phone, touch some grass. As always, I appreciate the hell out of you, and I'll see you in the next one. Whew. That was it. I think that might be it.